Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with another mini reading for you guys here today. General, as always, it won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you personally and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below, as well as a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today, Cancer. So no focus message this time around. I just wanted to dive right into it since it's a mini reading, about 10-15 minutes at the most. So I wanted to grab a card from my He Said, She Said Oracle to get things started. So here we go, Cancer. We're focusing on a reading called Loathe Like Lust or Love. Let's take a look and see what category your connection falls into. All right, starting off with this card. He said, you need to decide whether you want him or me. She said, I'm so torn, confused, and overwhelmed. I need more time to decide. So this is a card of indecision, falling on behalf of the feminine here. Feminine energy, in this instance, is a woman, because divine feminine energy could be a man or a woman. It could go either way. But we are focusing on a woman here who is torn and confused and overwhelmed, can't decide who it is ultimately that she wants to be with. Okay, so that's what we're taking a look at here. Let's go ahead and add to this with some additional guidance from the Divine Love Soul Connections deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So loathe like lust or love. So if you resonate with that message, let's take a look. Hopefully you'll be able to make a decision here, one way or the other. And if you're undecided, maybe you're torn between somebody that you're physically attracted to and somebody that you're actually in love with, or maybe you're in love with two people, or in lust with two people. You know, it could really go so many directions. So let's see. Love on the line. It sure is. Your heart is on the line as well, especially when you're undecided. We have traveling here, so you might have met either while you're traveling or traveling is involved to be able to see each other. You might live quite a distance from either person here. I'm not surprised to see this in over your head. If you're torn, again, torn, confused, and overwhelmed is the energy here. And we have a masculine possibly giving this feminine the ultimatum. It's like, look, you need to decide whether you want him or me. So, yeah, love on the line makes total sense. We have unspoken words. So there's a lot, perhaps, that the feminine isn't saying at this point in time because she can't make a decision. Look at this. It's a gamble. And in order for this to come to a point where a decision is made by the feminine, you need to take a risk. You need to take that leap of faith and figure things out. I might have a very stressed out divine feminine here in isolation. As you can see, look at that energy, you know, it's like overwhelmed, just can't deal with it, can't decide. And you might be drinking a little bit too much just to be able to numb your feelings and the stress. We've got promises here, you know, wedding vows. Some of you guys, and this isn't going to apply to everybody. Some of you might already be married and you're taken, but there could be somebody else who's vying for your attention. And so you're torn, you're undecided. Are you going to end one partnership and head towards the other direction? Or is this going to turn into a third-party situation? Will there be vows that are broken here? But look at this. We have up in smoke. So here's what I'm getting for the feminine specifically in this reading. If you don't decide, a decision will be made for you, and you might not be happy with the outcome. So you need to take control of the situation and figure something out sooner rather than later. Okay? So let's go ahead and add to this with the Real Deal Oracle. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. All right, so you've got some decisions to make here, my feminines, because we have a masculine who is pressuring the feminine. That is what's presenting itself here. Now, if gender-wise this is reversed for your situation, you're more than welcome to take it that way. It's just that that's how it's coming through here. All right, what else do we need to know, Cancer? This is somewhat complicated here. Loathe like lust or love. We have somebody here who's struggling with addictive behavior, or it could be you. You might be addicted to the thought of having two people that are vying for your attention. We could also have somebody here, it could be my feminines, who have a drinking problem here. That could be a part of your addictive behavior. But that could be the masculine too. So look at this, okay? They are keeping you as an option because you are also weighing your options, you see? So it's coming full circle. So you can't be in that energy for too long trying to decide between two people, because it's going to get to a point where they're going to possibly not choose you and just keep you as an option also. Look at this next card. They actually prefer to be single. So be mindful of the decision that you make, my feminines. You might ultimately choose somebody who would prefer to be single, and if that's the case, they're not going to be loyal, they're not ready for commitment, and you might ultimately end up letting go of the wrong person who could commit to you, who could make you promises that they're actually wanting to keep. What else, please, for Cancer? So this is definitely a very complicated situation, I feel. They are too emotional, but you could as well be very emotional because you're overwhelmed and unable to decide. Look at this. They are a karmic twin. So if they are a karmic twin here, my feminines, you got to be mindful of whatever lesson this is meant to teach you, and it could be a very painful lesson as far as losing somebody who's actually really good for you. So what I kind of get from this message, you know, he said you need to decide whether you want him or me. Whoever is speaking up here, this person's actually good for you, but you need to recognize that they are actually good for you. You need to choose wisely here. Look at this. They want to buy a house with you. This is somebody who wants to build a long-term life with you. This is not someone who just wants to sleep with you and have sex and just be in and out of your life. This is someone who actually wants to travel the world with you, experience life with you. Not someone who is just treating you like an option. This person, and it says it, the person you're asking about is trustworthy. But you need to trust your own judgment as well. Look at this. They want to get pregnant with you. They want to build a life with you. They want to have a family with you. They want to marry you. But they can't force you to make a decision. You need to come to that decision all on your own. Look at this. They want to get engaged. You see? This person means business. One person really wants to build a life with you and the other does not. The other one, look at that. They are a total player. So you got to choose between the player and the one who's trustworthy. It's time for a choice. It's time to make that decision. Wow. Wasn't expecting this reading to go in this direction. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. This is my tarot teacher, All right, so Cancer, time for a decision, especially my ladies tuning in here. Okay, so it's for a feminine, female energy. But again, if it's reversed for your situation, then you're still welcome to grab whatever part of this reading makes sense for you. You've got somebody here who really wants to commit to you. And there's somebody here who just wants to treat you like an option. So choose wisely. Okay? We've got the Page of Pentacles coming up in the reverse. For some of you, one of these choices could be an Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is someone who's foolish and immature. They are not looking to commit. They're lazy. They're greedy. They are an underachiever. Wow. So my feminines, you're coming through as the Queen of Swords. It's time to be honest with yourself. It's time to face the truth of a situation. It's time to use that sword and cut this one out. This player, somebody who just wants to be single. They want to mess with you, maybe just have sex, but they're not looking to marry you. They're not looking to buy a home. They're not looking to have babies with you. That's not this person. But there is somebody here who is wanting those things. So with that Hangman, you got to see things from a different perspective. Let go of the right one, okay? And hold on to the right one. You've got the Star card right here. So there's still hope for you to fix this. There's still hope for you to make the right choice. You can make the right choice. You can still fulfill your wish of being happy and being happy in love. Do what feels right for you. Follow the right path, basically. Intense stuff. Okay. So let's grab some dialogue messages to wrap this up here, Cancer. Unspoken Messages, Volume 1 and 2 by Fire Witch Tarot. So I've combined both decks here. It's massive, but let's go ahead and grab some messages here. So this is either you speaking up or either one of these guys speaking up here. Let's take a look. So there's certainly someone here that you should loathe because they aren't interested in you for anything long term. Okay? I keep my distance because I'm scared. Could be this person who really wants to be a part of your life. And maybe they're afraid that you won't choose them. Look at this. The thought of you with someone else triggers me. Absolutely. It creates a lot of uncertainties because they're not sure you want them. That's why we have a masculine energy here, or this gentleman here saying, you need to decide whether you want him or me. But they're not going to wait forever. You see that? Sexually need you. That's all they want. They just want to be able to have those intimate moments with you. It's just a physical connection for one of these guys. They want the single life. You're an option. They're not looking to love you for the rest of their life. But there's somebody here, again, that is. Trust your heart and believe in Spirit's plan for us. Perhaps that's what this masculine is saying without actually saying it. Decide whether you want him or me. You need to trust your heart and make the right choice. I'm sorry for not responding to your messages right away. I'm kind of feeling this from Mr. Player over here. Somebody who just wants the single life. If they're not responding to you, they're responding to somebody else. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for this reading, Cancer, especially for my ladies tuning in. If you're undecided about a specific connection, if you're torn between two people, one's good for you, one isn't. And it's time for you to definitely get real with yourself, trust your gut, follow your instincts, because one of those choices is the wrong one. All right, guys, so that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you're interested in your own personal reading, that info is down below. See you next time.